Have you ever caught yourself wondering why you're still single? Why you keep falling for the wrong person? Or why that one perfect relationship blew up in your face? If you're tired of feeling like true love is always slipping through your fingers, then listen up. In just a few moments, I'll reveal 10 unmistakable signs that the universe is quietly steering you toward a partner who's meant for you. No more second guessing. No more heartbreak. Ready to find out if your so-called coincidences are actually cosmic clues leading you straight to real, lasting love? Let's get started. 1. Repeated encounters. Think about this for a second. Have you ever had someone keep popping up again and again? Almost like the universe is saying, hey, pay attention. Maybe it's at your favorite coffee shop, a bookstore, or even while you're traveling somewhere far from home. You're starting to wonder, is this just coincidence? Or is something deeper at play? Let me tell you a quick story. A woman once shared that she ran into the same guy 3 times in completely different cities. First, she laughed it off. But after the 3rd time, she decided to trust the universe and strike up a conversation. Today, they're married, happy, and convinced their connection was no accident. Dolores Cannon, one of the greatest spiritual minds, once said that souls often plan these encounters long before we're even born. It's almost like setting milestones on our life's path, markers to gently remind us when we're close to something special, someone meaningful. So, when someone keeps showing up in your life repeatedly, it's not random, it's deliberate. It's the universe quietly, yet persistently, nudging you to notice, to engage, to consider the possibility that this person might just be significant. But here's the thing. The universe is subtle, not forceful. It whispers rather than shouts. So you've got to listen carefully or you'll miss the message entirely. 2. Powerful intuition and gut feelings. Have you ever met someone and, even though you didn't know why, you just felt something inside you instantly say, this person matters? Or maybe the opposite. You meet someone charming, smart, good-looking, yet something deep inside says, be careful here. Your intuition, that gut feeling, isn't just a random emotion. It's your soul's compass, subtly guiding you toward what's truly meant for you. I once heard about a guy who went on a first date that checked every box on paper. The date was perfect. Great conversation, laughter, everything you could want. But when he got home, he had this strange, heavy feeling he couldn't explain. Something inside just kept whispering, this isn't it. Months later, he met someone completely different. The first encounter was a bit awkward, not at all perfect like the previous one, yet he left feeling peaceful and inexplicably excited. He couldn't rationally explain why, but his gut just knew this was special. And sure enough, they ended up building the kind of relationship he'd always longed for. That's the power of your intuition. Can sense things your conscious mind hasn't caught up to yet. It's like your inner voice knows the future before you even get there. Have you experienced something similar? Maybe you've overlooked it before, thinking it was just nerves or excitement. But trust me, next time that intuitive feeling arises, listen carefully. Your intuition isn't guessing. It's gently nudging you toward or away from something important. Why does your gut always seem to know? The next sign might shock you. 3. Dream appearances. Have you ever had one of those dreams so vivid that when you wake up, you have to remind yourself it wasn't real? Picture this. You're dreaming of someone you've never seen before, yet they feel strangely familiar, as if your soul already knows them. There's this woman, Sarah, who experienced exactly that. Sarah had the same dream 3 nights in a row. Each time, she found herself sitting in a park beneath a tall oak tree, next to a man wearing a striking blue hat. She never saw his face clearly, just glimpses of his smile, the sound of his laughter, and a comforting feeling that she was safe. It was so vivid that each morning she'd wake up feeling like something was missing in her real life. Something, or rather, someone she deeply missed but hadn't even met yet. Then, a few days later, while out for her daily jog, Sarah decided to rest on a park bench. She glanced over, and just a few feet away, beneath a tall oak tree, was a man laughing with his friend. And yes, you guessed it, he was wearing that exact same vibrant blue hat from her dreams. In that instant, she felt chills run down her spine. She knew immediately this was more than just a dream. It was a sign. Dreams aren't just random images your brain conjures up. They're like previews, little sneak peeks your subconscious gives you about what's coming next. They're the universe's way of gently preparing you for someone significant, someone who might just change everything for you. But why does this happen? How can our subconscious know someone we've never met in our waking lives? Well, that's because dreams speak the universe's language. A language your soul understands better than your logical mind ever could. They bypass doubt and logic, speaking directly to the heart. Sarah dreamt of a guy with a blue hat 3 nights in a row, then met him at a park. Coincidence or fate? For frequent synchronicities. Let me ask you this. Has something ever shown up repeatedly in your life to the point where you think, okay, seriously, what is going on here? Maybe it's that same song on the radio, following you everywhere. Even seeing the same name pop up wherever you go, on billboards, in conversations, in random social media posts. Trust me, it's not random and you're not going crazy. Dolores Cannon, one of the most insightful spiritual teachers, explains this beautifully. She called these moments synchronicities, saying they're essentially messages from the universe, signposts guiding us toward important encounters and deeper connections. Think of them as the universe gently tapping you on the shoulder and whispering, "Hey, you're on the right path." These synchronicities often appear right before something life-changing, especially when it's about love. So, if you're noticing a recurring pattern, don't dismiss it. Lean in, pay attention, and trust there's a reason behind it. The universe doesn't deal in randomness. It works in beautifully choreographed signals. Saying something big is on the horizon, and it's about to make perfect sense. 5. Instant recognition and energy connection. Have you ever had that incredible moment when you meet someone for the very first time, yet your whole being just seems to say, "Hey, I know you"? It's not just attraction, and it goes way beyond conversation. It's like your souls are recognizing each other from somewhere far away, from another time or place. Here's what I mean. I once heard about 2 strangers at a friend's dinner party. The moment they shook hands, everything seemed to pause for a second. Everyone else faded into the background, and they stood there, holding each other's gaze like they discovered a secret no one else knew. Later, they both described it as feeling instantly comfortable, peaceful, and surprisingly emotional, as though they were finally reconnecting after a lifetime apart, even though they'd never met before. That immediate recognition, that instant bond, is one of the strongest signs that the universe is involved. It's almost like your souls had agreed beforehand, "Hey, we'll find each other again." No matter how long it takes. Maybe you've felt something similar, that magnetic pull, an energetic connection so strong you can practically feel it vibrating through you. It's real, it's powerful, and it's not something you should dismiss or explain away. Those moments are rare and special. They're cosmic nudges telling you, pay close attention. This person is going to matter. And speaking of paying attention, stick around. Next 2 minutes, I'll reveal the one sign you can't ignore, and it might be happening to you right now. 6. Loss of interest in unsuitable partners. Did you notice lately that certain people you once felt drawn to just don't seem interesting anymore? Maybe you scroll through your phone and see a message from someone you used to chase after, someone you once thought was exciting or mysterious, and now you feel nothing. It's strange, isn't it? Suddenly, all the drama, uncertainty, and emotional ups and downs just don't appeal to you like they used to. A viewer recently messaged me and asked, "Why don't I care about my ex anymore? It feels weird, almost like something's changed inside me." And you know what? She was right. Something had changed. Her soul had grown. She'd reached a level of self-awareness and emotional maturity where superficial connections or toxic cycles just couldn't hold her attention any longer. She'd unknowingly sent the universe a powerful message. "I'm ready for something real." That's exactly what's happening with you right now. Your loss of interest in unsuitable partners isn't boredom. It's evolution. Think of it like tuning a radio dial. All those old relationships were static-filled stations you tolerated because you didn't know better. But now you're finally tuning into a clear, vibrant frequency. You want depth, sincerity, and real connection. You're done chasing shadows and illusions. This shift isn't accidental. It's a clear signal from the universe, quietly nudging you away from distractions and preparing you for the kind of relationship that truly resonates with your soul. One that's meaningful, stable, and aligned with who you've become. So next time you wonder why you don't feel attracted to the same types anymore, remind yourself, it's not loss, it's progress. You're stepping towards something extraordinary. You just haven't seen it yet. 7. Prior acquaintance or childhood connection. Have you ever had someone from your past unexpectedly pop back into your life? Someone you never imagined seeing again? It's as if the universe gently taps your shoulder and whispers, "Look again. There's something important here." Let me tell you about James and Natalie. They grew up in the same neighborhood, rode bikes on the same streets, and attended the same schools. As kids, they barely noticed each other, just friendly neighbors, nothing more. Eventually, life took them in completely different directions. Natalie moved abroad, James moved across the country, and for over a decade, they lost all contact. Then, one ordinary afternoon, Natalie stepped into a crowded cafe halfway across the world, thousands of miles from her hometown. As she waited for her coffee, she turned around and froze. Standing right there was James. Both were stunned into silence, and suddenly all those childhood memories came flooding back. This unexpected reunion wasn't awkward. Instead, it felt warm, familiar, and somehow meaningful. They talked for hours, effortlessly reconnecting as though they'd never parted ways. In that one conversation, they discovered something amazing. Both had recently experienced moments of clarity, deciding to leave behind relationships and jobs that no longer served them. The universe, sensing they were finally ready, guided them both to that little cafe on exactly the same day. Sometimes the person meant for you has already crossed your path. The universe often brings familiar faces back into your life, precisely when you're both ready. So, if someone from your past suddenly reappears, don't dismiss it. Look closely. It might be exactly the connection you've been waiting for. Yet, none of this fully clicks until you let go of your past. Are you ready for this powerful step? 8. Inner peace and letting go of the past. Have you ever held on to someone or something so tightly that it started draining the life out of you? Maybe you're doing it right now, clinging to a relationship, a memory, or a version of yourself that no longer fits. Let me tell you why letting go isn't just healing. It's the universe's secret code for attracting real love. Alex spent years in a relationship that left him emotionally exhausted. Every argument felt like a punch to the gut, but the fear of being alone kept him trapped. Until one day, he stood in front of his mirror and barely recognized the person staring back. In that raw moment, he realized, I'd rather be lonely alone than lonely with someone else. He walked away. At first, the silence was deafening. Nights felt endless, and his phone's emptiness screamed louder than any text notification ever did. But slowly, something shifted. Alex started filling that quiet space with things that lit him up. Hiking, painting, reconnecting with old friends. Then, one morning, he woke up feeling calm. Not happy, not excited, just deeply, unshakably peaceful. It wasn't about loving himself in some cheesy way. It was about finally seeing himself clearly, flaws, strengths, and all, and deciding that was enough. And here's the wild part. The moment Alex stopped chasing love and started embracing his own company, the universe sent someone unexpected into his life. Someone who matched his calm energy effortlessly. No games, no drama. Just two whole people choosing each other. Inner peace isn't about sitting cross-legged on a mountaintop. It's what happens when you stop clinging to what's wrong for you. When you let go of the relationships, habits, and self-doubt that weigh you down, you create space for something extraordinary to rush in. What are you holding on to right now that's blocking your peace and the love you deserve? Now you recognize these signs, but why exactly does the universe do all this? I want you to pause for just a second and think about everything we've talked about. The repeated encounters, intuitive nudges, vivid dreams, those moments of instant recognition. All the confusion, heartbreak, and times you wondered if you'd ever find the right person. They weren't meaningless. Not one moment was wasted. Think about the toughest relationship you've had. Maybe there were nights you cried yourself to sleep or days you questioned if love was even real. Listen carefully. Those painful experiences weren't random punishment. They were powerful lessons preparing you for what's coming next. The universe doesn't send these signs just to tease you. It sends them because your soul is evolving. It's carefully guiding you through each step of your journey, refining your heart, your intuition, and your understanding of what true love really is. Every heartbreak taught you what you don't want. Every confusing relationship showed you the value of clarity. And every lonely night made you stronger, teaching you how to love yourself. The universe, in its incredible wisdom, doesn't rush things. It waits until you're truly ready. As the profound spiritual teacher Dolores Cannon once beautifully said, "You meet who you're meant to exactly when you're ready, not a moment sooner." This isn't just a comforting thought. It's a universal truth, meant to remind you that nothing you've gone through was by accident. Your soul has been carefully trained for this moment, step by step. Now you're not only ready to recognize these signs, but also prepared to welcome the kind of love that matches who you've become. Maybe you're feeling a spark of hope right now, that inner voice saying, "Yes, this makes sense." Trust that feeling. Your journey has meaning, your experiences matter, and every sign you've noticed is a confirmation that you're on the right path. Now, I want you to take a deep breath and repeat this empowering affirmation with me. Feel each word deeply as you say it. Say it with me now. I'm open, I'm aware, and I'm ready for the love the universe is guiding me toward. Now listen, love isn't random. It's destiny. Trust that. Trust yourself. And above all, trust the timing of your life. Now, I really want to hear from you. In the comments, tell me, which sign have you noticed lately? Or maybe there was a time you clearly saw a sign but chose to ignore it. What happened next? Your stories inspire others, and I'm genuinely curious to know about your experiences. Before you go, make sure to hit like and subscribe, because our next video is something you absolutely can't miss. See you soon, and remember, you're exactly where you're supposed to be.